Hey, welcome to another. I'm about to say Saturday morning quick box. Cover lovers, over here. We're the Team Nerd Herd podcast. Welcome to Cover Lovers here on Near Nirvana YouTube channel. Mike, name is Big Rob, your faithful Dodger fan, and with always Team Nerd Herd podcast with us, we got Mad Max to my right.
So our little one's name is Max, and then I'm Mike. My wife is Allie, and then there's Deo. Oh, nice freeze. So it's Mike, Allie, Deo, Mad. It's all of our names. Yes. Now I got to get a poster. Now that I realize that, I got to get an original poster.
The one with the helmet and he's holding the damn.
That's the one. That's the one I have to have. That's a badass. That's a badass poster.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to get the Mad Max. Thunderdome
one.
Yes.
Back from PTO. Geek Driven.
What's going on, everyone? Yeah, this is Jeff at Geek Driven. I'm still under the weather, so that's why my voice is a lot deeper. But I'm recovering here. Hopefully, I can get back into this thing because I haven't looked at a comic book since this past weekend.
What are comic books?
I heard there's these things that have words on it and pictures.
There's no words. There's covers. There's only covers on them. It's just blank pages inside.
There's only one page, and that's a cover.
I did say it was a rumor.
We love.
I like how Jason. We haven't looked at comics since this past weekend where we're surrounded by probably 500,000 comics. Maybe I don't know.
You're probably right.
It's your boy Steve, aka Hip Hop's in Me _comics_collectibles, back at you for a Monday. Cover lovers, you already know the deal. We are ready to go. But before we get ready to go, Big Rob, you want me to hit him? Hit him with the highs and lows, or what?
You drop the beat.
Let's do it. All right. We're gonna go ahead and use code Nirvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price. Guys, this is the tool that you need to use religiously. You guys can track the market. You guys can track your collection. And guess what? It just keeps you up to date. And at 99 cents for 30 days, hey, you can't beat that, guys. Using Nirvana 14. After that 30 days, you guys can make a conscientious decision to jump on. And
syllables.
Yeah, I know. Words.
What happens when you use a big word?
Yeah. And then our Team Nerd Herd Horseman, Brother Rudy, up in the building. We didn't get a chance to see him, but you already know he was there in spirit. But yeah, Brother Rudy, blue wrenching it all day long, supporter in all the chats. And then Beats by Munster, those tantalizing beats that tickle those eardrums in the beginning of the show and at the end of the show, take you on your way out, make you have a better day than you had today or other days. Follow him, Beats by Munster, Brother Eddie. And then we're going to hit this Nerd Herd chat. What up? What's going on? The GT Key comic with the keys to the comic community. Always first, always supporting. Much love, much love. Bam, bam. Just give us with the wave and the thumbs up, man. And then the wonderful Trish Forstner is in the building, hitting us with a yo. Trish, good to see you. Good to see you. They call me Bruce. Trey is in the building as well. Howdy, all. Good to see you, Bruce. Good to see you. There he is right there. Brother Rudy in the building. Show us those covers. Show us what we love. Hi, Mike and fam. Rob, Jeff, and Steve. Trish always showing support. Doreen Batmite is in the building. She was also there this weekend, man.
I saw her, yeah.
Yeah, SoCal Cat representing.
She picked up a couple of books.
Yeah, she was looking around. She was picking up. Brother JD picking up as well. You already know the drill. Still Chillin' is in the building. What's up, fellas? What's going on? Another brethren to cover lovers. He is no slouch. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that he loves these covers that we're going to bestow upon the group. All right. Bam. Here, kitty. All right.
That's Persian.
Oh, Persian. Yeah, Persian or him. Yeah, there you go. Deo is in the building. What's up, man? Looking good, buddy. I like the Snoopy shirt. Tim Stacy, Masterpiece Making Tim Stacy is in the building. Do not forget, he will be at Heroes Con. Stop by the booth. Go ahead and support our man, 50 grand.
Yeah,
He's gonna be there, man. He's gonna, be within the community, dude. It's gonna be one for the books. I think a lot of people in the community are there, and that's it, Big Rob. We are all caught up and ready and raring to go. So let's
All
get
right.
that PowerPoint pulled up.
I feel like we should have a disclaimer before we start. We got to come up with a disclaimer.
What's the?
No, it's always at the end, sir. It's always at
I
the
know.
end.
Yeah, I mean,
Disclaimer.
Mad Max kills it at the disclaimer. We need not know other.
No, I was just saying, a lot of shows, they'll like warning. Some artists might get their feelings hurt.
Emotional trauma might be inflicted by this cast.
Please,
Possibly.
mission for you is to get me that meme of the emotional damage.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, I could do that. I could.
Stop playing.
What is
Stop
it?
playing. He's like, let's get to the nitty gritty.
It's Uncle Chan or something like that.
Yeah.
And why does Mike have a pyramid behind him?
Talking about me.
No, I'm
He
talking
said,
about
I don't think we
Warning.
might hurt feelings. We will hurt feelings.
Emotional
Mature audiences only.
we're
Do not
keeping
allow-
you accountable.
Don't
As
be
you
a
keep
bad
us
parent
accountable.
like me and allow your 5-year-old in the room during this podcast.
He's got a good eye, though. We got to say that.
He does have a good eye.
Yeah,
He likes
Let's
some
go,
he,
Joe.
he knows himself some cover lovers. So
Yes, he
We will
does.
have
do that.
families. We will have dinners to attend to. So let's get this going. Get you prepared for this Wednesday for you Wednesday warriors. You Iraqi fires. You backwall horse. Let's do this.
go.
Cover lovers. Monday night. June 10th. Incentives for June 12th. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Did I skip one? No.
Yes, you
Nah,
did.
you're good. You're good.
No, I did. All right. So, of course, we got to start with G.I. Joe Destro, 1 in 50 by Jorge Fornes, the 1 in 100 by John Boy Myers, and the 1 in 250 for you big ballas. I feel like the lady DJ from the Warriors. If you Warriors out there. It's David Mack, 2 in 50.
Macaroni.
I'm going to start Mike.
I can't believe I like the Fornes.
Right?
This is pea stain, right?
No, yeah, I know. Where's the peace stain? Where's Destro with a big ass peace stain in his crotch? That's what I want to know.
It's the pea stain flashlight on Batman.
Yeah, I mean, I dig this one. I really do. It's not my favorite of the three. I mean, the Mac is what we'd expect from Mac. You know, it's the ubiquitous Mac, but he does a good job on it. But it's a little, I don't know, washed out, flat, kind of. I don't know. I don't love it. John Boy, killing it. It's a little weird though. I mean, all the background stuff super cool. The costume super cool. I think the head's too small or it's off. It's like in a weird spot or something. It's sort of. I think I like the Fornes the best. I cannot freaking believe that I like the Fornes the best. But and you know, Jorge, I'm sorry. We have not been nice to you in the past. We really have not been. But you're stepping it up, bro. This is pretty good.
Well, we can't see his crotch, so we don't know if he pissed his pants or not.
I mean,
That's true.
Would you
That's
want
true.
to though?
Yeah, we don't need a crotch shot, dude. We've had
But
enough
I like-
of those.
I like the aesthetic of it. I like the trade dress on this too. I like the aesthetic of the sort of like Mondo-y kind of look to some
I would agree.
of those panels. It look sort of like modernistic. It's cool. The John Boy's almost there. And talk about a dude I love, John Boy. It doesn't get much nicer or better than John Boy, but there's just something off about the head on Destro on that 1 in 100. So I can't do it. And then the Max just a little bit meh to me.
All right, Mike, and with the Fornes, shocker. Mike, that's Mike. Steve.
I'm gonna rock and roll with Mike on this one. Out of all of them, I like the Fornes better. I like the design, like the collage work that's done with it. Look, just panel work, like looks like the panel, man. It just fits perfectly. It's like aesthetically pleasing to my eye. Love John Boy Myers as well. That would have been my second pick. And then David Mack, I feel like, although I love his work, it's very artistic. I feel like once you've seen, one of his pieces, you've seen them all. Yeah, I mean, 250. I mean, 1 in 250. Good golly, that's
I know.
good
serious.
golly. That's a kick in the pants right there.
Molly.
Maybe like 3
Yeah.
shops in the whole country that are going to get
That's
to
a
it.
good kick, piss stain in the pants right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
geez.
comic shop will get it. Midtown will get it, and
Yeah.
I don't know who
Oh,
else.
Prime Collector 1. Let's send some
Moment of
respects
silence.
to yes, moment of silence to Benny from Comic Storian just passing away. Just saw that post earlier this
Yeah.
afternoon as well.
Yeah.
I love that channel, dude. I mean, when I didn't read certain runs or certain like storylines that I wasn't maybe not interested in getting into, I always went to Benny to kind of get the breakdown, and then I felt like, okay, you didn't need to pick that up. So R.I.P. Rest in power. This community, man. I mean, we're losing members of this wonderful community that we have, and it's just very sad, man. I mean, especially if you have a family, our heart goes out to you. Hopefully, there's a GoFundMe that's being sent. If you have not shown your love to TiVo, definitely circle back on that, or circle back to Comics Will Break Your Heart, Jen, as well. Let's support our community at their lowest points, man.
Wait, she passed away too?
No, she's
Oh,
having she has some medical procedures. I don't want to put her business out.
Yeah, I got you.
She's had. He was enthusiastic and a beacon of light, 100%. Busha, first TiVo, now Benny. What's going on? I know, man.
We're getting old, sir. It's life.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of your health. Eat better. Drink a lot of water. And just
Live like there's no
with
tomorrow.
your loved ones.
Eat your vegetables, right, Dale?
Yeah.
That's
Also,
right.
be careful. Be careful out there. Jeff, your turn.
Yeah, follow all that. I do want to say, since I've met TiVo personally, my condolences out to his lady and his family. So, but anyways,
Wow.
I actually am not mad at any of these covers, even the Mac, like just because, and I think someone said it earlier. Is it Bruce? Maybe said it. At least he has a background where he's got a couple other people in the background, kind of going back to the Echo cover. At least he had multiple people on the cover. It's because I'm getting tired of the one note bust picture of a person and then just his little typical background.
Or his that design frame that he puts around everything.
Yeah, that Native American, background, print kind of thing. And it's kind of becoming like, I know he's doing it individually, but it's kind of feeling like he's just stamping that on the back of each of his covers. And I do get what Mike is saying. It is kind of flat still. I wish there'd be more pop on the colors. There are good details. I just wish, you could see a little bit more of it. It's kind of muted, like he said. I'm kind of cross between the John Boy and the Jorge. The John Boy is not bad, but now that Mike had pointed out, there is something off about it, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the head. I don't know if it's his fist and his arm is kind of like a little, misshapen, or not misshapen, but just not the right size. I can't get my words out right now. He's got the Rob Liefeld thing going, no feet. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple of issues with it, but it's actually not bad. But I'm gonna agree with the panel. I'm going with the Jorge. I do like the Mondo feel. I think Trish said it earlier. It felt like a poster of something that we've seen before. And so like it's really cool. I like the details. I like that. Even though it's a little shaded to the point where you don't get to see all the details, I feel like this is a lot better than his other covers that we've seen.
Yes.
And actually by a ton, like 10 times better than anything we've seen for sure. So I like how he gets to point out like certain aspects of Destro that you would notice, like certain symbolisms or anything like that, his jewelry. So yeah, that I'll go with the Fornes, and it's the cheaper one too.
All
Heroes
right.
Reborn Comics, what's going on? Shout out to Hector Ortiz as well, and anybody else who came in, man. Give us your thoughts. Sorry guys, but that Mac cover looks like a baby coming out of the womb.
You're saying it's
Oh,
not
man.
done growing, huh?
But would anybody pay ratio for these? Let me
Nope.
just say hell to the no.
No. And here's the thing: if you've been a comic book collector for a long time, you know it is extremely rare for a villain solo book to do well in this industry. It is very difficult. No matter how much you like the villain, everyone loves Doom. None of those Doom solo books did well.
No.
You know, Kingpin. I can keep going on and on, but
don't.
it's very rare. Yeah.
I disagree on Doom, but
Thanks a lot, Steve.
But don't.
But don't. All right.
When we said someone's feelings might get hurt tonight, we didn't mean Jeff.
Mhm. I'm only recovering from, how many surgeries and colds, and that's all, I appreciate the love, Steve. If I'm not dead, you don't give me love. All right, I got you.
Oh, come on, man.
I gotta take a crack at this one. I could sit here and nitpick at all these covers, but I think, in my opinion, all three covers are badass. You can't really fail. The Thomas and Zomat are Chads. They're definitely Chads. Those chins are way too square. They're definitely mean, but it's still good art. It's not like it's not Peace Day Fortnite crap shit. It's still decent good art. I get you guys on the Destro and the whole James Bond shit. It's not for me personally. It's cool. Yeah, it's very novel 1970s. But the most G.I. Joe cover here is the Myers. That's when I think of action figures, I think of toys.
Yeah.
I think of John Boy.
They nailed it. Or he nailed it.
I told you it wasn't off that much.
Yeah, it's just bulky. And his body is big and bulky, like an action figure.
Well, I don't like his shorts.
That's you. I'm cool with it. I love the bats in the back. I love the what do you call those giant robots? The whole the trade dress, the coloring, everything about it. My goal is to go in the future sometime soon, buy all the John Boys up, and I'm gonna wait it out. I want to see if these come back down, at least to ratio. I don't think they're ever gonna go below ratio. That dream of you paying $50 for these John Boys ain't gonna happen, in my opinion. Because these are going for over $200 or more.
Shut up.
All the
John Boy?
All the John Boys. It doesn't matter. Cobra Commander, Scarlet, Duke, all of them are going. They're all big money.
Everyday photos. It's not a ratio, but there's also a very nice connecting cover that goes across all the EU.
The entire universe.
Yeah, that's the most cartoony of the bunch, actually. That's the more closer one to the animation. So
the Grand Colossal Beheader.
I'm with John Boy all the way. He drew my favorite Venom cover of all time.
Well,
so
maybe that's why it's cost so much, because it is a connecting cover. So if you're collecting the whole thing, they kind of got you by the.
Oh no, not the John Boy. The John Boy's not connecting. He's talking about the EU cover. It's another cover.
Oh, okay.
It's an open order cover.
I'm with you on that Venom cover though, for that kid's book. That's what you're talking about.
My favorite Venom.
Lady Adventures or whatever that was. Yeah,
he is doing another Venom cover, but it's more of a third person one soon. So like I say, you can't fail. If we like what we like, but if you like the Mac, go for it. It's still.
I think they're all really good covers, actually. Like, we're just being nitpicky because we got to pick one.
Yeah, it's a versus. So
thank goodness you started off on a good note, Alonzo. Thank you, sir.
Spent way too much fucking time on G.I. Joe.
Now it's just downhill from here.
Shut your mouth. It's always and never enough time to talk about G.I. Joe.
I'm just talking about Destro.
I know, it's just him, dude.
All right, let's talk about some classic art here from Greg and Tim Hilderbrand. This is Spider-Man Shadows of the Green Goblin #3, the 1 in 50, and X-Men Era of Apocalypse #1. Obviously, these are classic art from Marvel Masterpiece.
Yep.
95, I think. I forget the year, but
it's got to be a later series because it's not the first.
No, it's like 95 or 94.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I have both of these. We'll start with Jeff.
Okay, so I really hope these guys get paid for these covers
No,
because
they
this is just reused art. That sucks if they don't.
No, they don't.
That sucks.
Yeah,
we know how
America, goddammit.
Yeah, we know. Never good to be an artist, even though we all appreciate them. I actually don't know if I like either of these. God, they're almost it's a split almost. Just the ridiculousness of the goblin's eyes, and it looks very cartoonish, more like Looney Tune-ish, and I it's okay, I guess. I would probably say at least the details are better on the goblin than it is on Apocalypse. Yeah, I guess I'd go with the goblin. Even though Apocalypse is one of my favorite characters, there's something wrong with his mouth, his lips. Yeah, it's a little off. So I'd go with the goblin.
Jeff likes the goblin. Steve.
I didn't say I liked it.
He likes it. Steve.
Man, this is sad. It's a versus. Although, like, the kid Steve would have been like collecting these cards for sure, but I mean, just looking at the artwork, it just. I mean, the
This
lesser
is very
evils,
90s.
right? Yeah, I'm going Apocalypse on this one though, because Green Goblin just looks like. Look at that face, man.
It does look ridiculous.
He just, he ain't doing it right.
All right, that's a 2 for a. Well, that's actually 1-1 at this point. Mike.
If you didn't tell me that these were Hilderbrand cards, like, so I didn't collect this set, so I didn't know these two images. If you didn't tell me these were Hilderbrand, I wouldn't have thought they were. These don't ring loudly as the style that I would expect to see from them, so I'm not a fan of either one of them, especially not that goblin that's just downright silly. I guess I have to choose. It's the Apocalypse because I like the character better, and I think it's a more serious cover. I get what they were going for in the Goblin. They wanted to make him look crazy, but instead they just make him look like, I don't know, fucking Green Bugs Bunny. Kind of.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Idiots.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of Bugs Bunny too. So.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. I can't go with that one, but I do not like either one. These do not bring me the feels of the Hildy cards that I know and love. So I would not be going after either.
Yeah, I'm changing my mind. Going with Apocalypse. It's too silly. It's too silly.
You break the tie. All right.
But Mike broke the tie, yes.
Let's move on. Scarlet Witch #1, the 125 by Alexander Lozano, and of course the mighty and powerful Jenny Frison, 1/100.
Wow.
Mike, I know you're a Frison homer.
But Mike is not picking Frison this time.
You think I'm not?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you know?
I don't think he will. But...
No, I'm not. You're right. And I don't dislike the Frison, but it doesn't do anything for me that she hasn't already done on a billion other covers. I was thinking about this today. I was actually thinking about it when I put this shirt on. If you look at message boards for prog rock and prog metal and stuff like that, criticisms of this song or this lyric or this phrase or this album or whatever from all these different bands, and the moment you criticize Rush, everyone comes at you. Like,
oh yeah, they want to fight.
They're like the untouchable band in that category. Is Frison is she in the untouchable category for artists or
no?
What?
I still like. There's some covers that we've kind of got her for. There have been. So I don't know if she's untouchable. I don't.
No, we hold her to a better standard, though.
That is true, though. We do hold her to a way higher standard.
And I certainly do too. And there's obviously some of my favorite covers of all time are from her.
Yeah,
But-
those Red Sonja covers.
Oh, absolutely. Almost every single one of them. The one with the all white with her in the water, like just her head
Yes.
sticking out. Oh my God, that cover's incredible. And there's a couple of others too that are right up there. But no, in this case, the Lozano blows it away. It's dynamic. It's got a lot of depth, great color. It's a really cool take on the character. It's a different, just sort of a different feeling than we usually get from Scarlet Witch covers, and that's hard to do. Whereas the Frison looks like it could have been on one of these books 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, which I guess gives it sort of a timeless look, but it also gives it kind of a forgettable feel. So whereas the Lozano is sort of in your face and really cool, and that's clearly my choice. But I don't dislike the Frison. I think, and I'd be fine with it in its regular like $4 version or $5 version down there in the corner. That's fine with me. Don't need to be virginized. It's not a good enough cover to pay. That kind
Small
of ratio.
font too. Small trade race, Mike.
Yeah, if that's the way it actually ends up looking, because remember we talked about that last Frison.
Psych, what's going on?
We talked about how they placed it correctly on. It was the Spider Gwen.
Yeah.
But the one that got published, they put it in a different place and it fucked it up.
Oh,
so.
Because I mean, it looks like it's almost like a DC minimal trade dress that they have for their incentives. So
Yeah.
it's because it's so small.
It would be cool if that's where they actually put it. Then I'm perfectly fine with the regular version. No reason to spend that kind of money on it to get that art. Whereas the Lozano, I would consider paying ratio for that.
Before I move forward, let me see if I can ruin this cover for everybody. You remember 101 Dalmatians? The original one from the 60s. Remember the dad?
Yeah.
Look at the Lozano's face.
Shut up, bro.
It's the fucking dad from 101 Dalmatians.
To me, he looks like Wolverine.
Listen,
with his
dude,
hairstyle.
9 years. Those are the same years.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Can't unsee that.
Hilarious, dude.
Let's see.
That doesn't ruin anything. That's just
It's a deep cut, man. Jeez. And
You really called that one down the line.
yeah. So he should be the live action dad.
The boobs are a bit too big.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Wait, on which one and why?
Which one? On this one or on this one?
This one?
This one?
Well, that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Her boobs are too big?
No, they're too fake. They're pointing up like a damn statue. So
Yeah.
It's the brassieres. It's the brassiere.
Yeah, she's got a what do they call it?
Bustier.
The bustier.
Bustier.
It's really big.
Is that a problem for you?
Well, it's,
they get in the way of fighting, right? That's right.
It would be that big.
Why would they be that big?
Yeah.
Genetics, sir. Genetics.
No, she needs fat for bigger boobs. There's no fat.
They're all
She's right.
different sizes. Everybody comes in different.
She has that ballerina kind of body, you know.
Wish they didn't small.
She needs.
You want them smaller?
She needs weight for bigger boobs. Steve, what was your thoughts on Scarlet Witch?
You know what, man? The Lozano, I dig the fact that there's like the energy kind of is like in like kind of like just her hair, and it's kind of like ghost like where she's kind of phasing in, but there's something off about the artwork to me. And to me, like Frison is timeless, although we've seen a lot of her covers and sometimes they get kind of similar. I look at the artwork and I just think it's better. It stands the test of time and I dig it. So I'm going with the Frison.
So you like the Katy Perry version of Scarlet Witch?
Katy Perry.
I'll sing a song with her. Stan Swagger, it's so she can float when she's swimming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The back, her legs, lower abs, and butt looks off. I would agree.
On which one?
The Lozano.
Lozano.
I see that. Lozano for the unique factor. Yeah, I would agree with Brother Rudy.
Yeah,
Off body
too.
proportion.
He likes the elf. All right, Jeff.
So what Mike said and what everybody said, there's nothing wrong with the Frison. It's the same face that you see on all of those House of Slaughter books. It's basically the same except dressed up as a Scarlet Witch. So I mean, but there's nothing wrong with her art. I just wouldn't if the A cover is $5 and there's a 1 in 100 version and the trade dress is that minimal, and if it is that minimal, there's no point in getting the virgin. No point in my mind because it doesn't mess with the art.
Agree.
I would pick the Lozano not just based on what I said previously, but because it is a little different take on the artwork of Scarlet Witch. It's a different. I like the ethereal feel of it with her hair and the magic coming off her arms and her hand. I do understand what everyone's saying about her legs and her butt and her stomach. It's because he didn't distinguish the hips. So there's almost like it's just an ongoing leg or ongoing body. So I understand that. But I still feel it's elegant, it's ethereal, it's also it feels like a live action anime drawing, like it's just, and I kind of get what some people are saying about the face too, because she looks very kind of fairly young with like really big ears. So I get that, but I still like it. It's just, it's new and refreshing and different.
Hey, elves are people too, man. Come on.
Yes. So I'm cool with it.
Would you throw what's her name from Lord of the Rings?
Galadriel?
Well, no, not Galadriel. Liv Tyler's character.
Oh, I don't remember her name. But yeah, that would be cool. I would like to see. I would like to see Lozano do Phoenix.
Gotta love that name, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple.
Clean.
This works for me. For this character, this works.
Those are no elf ears.
Arwen, thank you, Arwen. Damn.
Dude just looks like a lady, dude.
It's a double ear. Hey,
Great Ross Perot ears right there.
Oh my God, Ross Perot all the way, bro. You hit it with the fucking hammer. Ross Perot.
It's Ross Perot's granddaughter. It's his granddaughter.
Walmart. All right, let's move on. Thundercats number 5.
Ooh.
Mighty and powerful, the devilish Lucille Parillo Italy. 125. We got also a regular version. Dude, I've been buying the Parillos. I want to say this is his best one.
Yeah, by far.
Badass.
So, hey, Mike, what do you think?
Oh, I love this. This starts to put him. I'm not gonna get. I don't want to get struck down by comic legend lightning right now.
Just bring your umbrella.
But doing covers like this starts to put him in the freaking
Conversation.
The conversation of like I'm talking like Frazetta kind of conversations. Like this starts to put him in that category. He can do the monsters and the girls like Frazetta could do. There's not a whole lot of people that could pull this kind of stuff off. This thing is amazing. I love this.
You see the whiskers?
Yeah, I mean the details on this are outstanding. And while I like it with the trade dress, I think he kind of need it as a virgin, to be honest with you. I think it looks way better without the trade dress on it. I mean, I know that's a classic trade dress, and I know we're not gonna shit on something that we all love, but I love it without it. It's a great piece. I mean, this is great even for him, and that is saying something.
What's his name? Slurge? Is it Slurge?
Yeah,
I think that's it. Something like that.
Yeah, it's a character that a lot of
look
artists have a hard time not making look goofy. So he made him badass. So that's very impressive. Let's go with Jeff next.
There's nothing in this entire cover that I could absolutely say any
Slight.
I can't slight any of it. The mountains, the detail of the ledge that he's on, there's leaves and stuff flying in the background. The clouds look great. The details of this character, like this fits his style too. He's a very fantasy like artist. Like a lot of his things are fantasy based, and that's where I think he accelerates the most. And this fits it to a T. You guys were talking about the whiskers. I like the details in the what is that? A staff?
Axe.
Yeah,
Battle
whatever.
axe.
The axe. The details in the you can see some of the grains. You can see
Bleach.
some of the notches in the blades. Like that is really cool. Like he went all out on this cover.
It's painted.
Man, I either one, you can't afford the ratio, whatever the ratio is going for. You can always get the A cover, but I do agree that the ratio looks the version on this one looks great. This looks like a poster, a commissioned piece. So yeah, hell yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, I think all the Pirellas are B. I think the Nakayamas are the A, but I think Pirellas are B. And Steve, let's wrap it up.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna give, dude. I'm gonna give. You already know.
Wow.
This is amazing. Just
Bravissimo, Lucio.
Let me just give him a round of applause, a standing ovation. This is just out of the park. Beautiful. Something very reminiscent of what, like a cartoon that you loved, but just jumped out of the freaking TV and into some realism. Just beautiful.
Look at the veins. Look at the spots and where there's ripples in the muscles. You can see the difference. Like that is awesome.
It's so veiny.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
This is amazing. Yeah. What about you, Big Rob? What you gonna give it the nod or what?
I've been buying all the Pirellas, but I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I pre-ordered this or not.
I'm sure you did. Why wouldn't you? This one
I'm
is awesome.
trying to come back. There's a bad habit I have. So, no, I don't need to say more. It's badass.
I give it 5 out of 5 snarfs.
Yes.
5 snarfs.
One's gonna be mad about it.
All right.
Just go right down.
Let's move on. All right.
Oh,
let's see the slice with Vampirella 669. The one by some lady named Cohen, also the wife of Perillo. I will start with Steve this time.
Yeah, this is another good one too. Both of them just knock it out the park, man. They're just masters at their craft. I love that the smoke behind it, it's like a skull formation. The angling of the floor looks great. I was going to say something's off with the face, but it really isn't. I mean, this thing looks gorgeous. Yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. And it's a 1 in 25, dude. Like 1 in 25s. We know that it's going to go up in price, but I mean, if you can get to your LCS and you have a relationship with them, a good one, I'd pick both of them up.
You're not going to find this, first of all. It's a ghost. This is going to be a ghost.
I just thought about it because the skull and the green gas. It looks like she just farted death and shit.
Whatever that is, it's beautiful.
Oh, sorry. Death approaches.
Love the background, but not her face. Yeah, I would agree, Brother Rudy.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. The face, something weird with the face. I'm trying to pick it out from a proportional standpoint. I think maybe, and Trish, you can back me up on this. I think maybe her forehead, like the top of her head, isn't big enough. It's not high enough. There's too little of her hairline there, and I think that's screwing up all the proportions on her face. It makes it look a little weird. I mean, she's kind of got sort of like chubby cheeks in comparison to what we're used to seeing, but the rest of it, from a artistic standpoint, it's masterful work. Aesthetic standpoint, I think we could nitpick some of the choices, especially the face, but otherwise, it's hard to dislike the rest of it.
I think the herd chat is hitting it on the head. Primo, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, Ortiz said that. I'm like, yeah, we hold her to very high standards. So yes,
Primo, I haven't checked the message, but I'll check it.
Yeah, the highest standard. She's another one. She's become a master. We're used to seeing essentially perfection from her, and this one's not quite there. So this would be a pass for me, but it's still, I mean, it still blows away probably 99%.
Yeah, there you go.
My crush too, bro.
I think Carla Cohen is
get you back.
Cohen is one level above Frison in the untouchable area. of great artists.
Yeah.
I like it, but when I look at detail wise, there are some issues. I don't know if I would say that the face or head is as much an issue that I would have with the rest of the drawing. Like the right leg is shortened a little too much, and the left leg looked like it's kind of broken somewhere. So that would be my only issue with it. I mean, this is definitely Alonso approved cover. I do like the concept and everything. So I don't know if I'm a Vampirella fan, I might really want this, but I would, just as a normal Vampirella fan, I'd probably just get the regular cover and be glad that I have a Carla Cohen cover. That's it. Yeah, there's nothing really bad I can say about it, really, honestly. Just the leg issues are probably my only issues.
I don't like farts, so let's move on.
All
All right.
Looks like Carlo used photo reference on this one.
Oh, I'm sure she does that a lot.
Yeah, 100%. She's already. I mean, when we interviewed her, she said that she uses herself as reference.
She uses models,
as well as
for inspiration.
Or a mirror.
As well as
a model or a mirror.
Yeah, I've seen her use.
I mean, if she looks like that, she should just use a mirror. I mean, it'd be dumb not to.
I mean, she does that a lot, so it's okay. Good motto.
All right, Blood Hunt Red Band Edition number 3, the 1 in 25 by Carlos Magno. I'm having a hard time understanding how is this a red band, unless the actual red band, when it gets delivered, has something more than this. It's an interesting cover. I'll always love a good graveyard cover. Steve, you're the horror guy. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm digging the fact that they're homaging a lot of these horror comics from like the previous years and whatnot. But at what point, like, do you look at it like, oh, okay, it's getting, you know, like niche now. It's I know you can't just have one. You got to have a collection to kind of look back on. But at what point is it gonna, you know, are you gonna stop with the homages? It does look cool, but I think
Never.
In seeing the Thor one, I thought that was cool. But as we're gonna go along into Blood Hunt, you know that they're just gonna ride that horse and into the sunset, man. I mean, it's just gonna just keep going. And for me, I'm like,
So no dice for Steve. I'm glad I got the issue 1, so I'm happy with that one. Jeff, Senor.
I kind of dig the fact that it is kind of doing a horror homage to the original FF1, where like it's the the 4 characters and this is the villains coming out of the ground. I know it's not a 1-for-1 homage, okay, but I'm just saying like it's kind of like what a homage is, not necessarily a copy of. It's referencing to. But I dig the old school look, the wear look, but this is not. I don't think this is the best one out of all 3 of them, right?
No.
The previous 2 were way better than this.
I think the first one's the best one.
Yeah. So the layout of this is just whatever. It's just kind of. So I'm not excited, is what I'm saying. But it's cool homage to the old horror books. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool cover, but it's probably the weakest cover so far.
I want to touch on something that Trish said. For Stray Dogs and Feral, I feel like homaging movie covers to me, because I didn't grow up reading comics. I'm more of a toy guy, but movies are my jam. Horror movies are my jam. So every time I saw an homage that pointed to a movie, I was on board, all for it. So,
and on top of that, I used to work at a theater. That was like one of my very first jobs as a kid.
Yeah. So for me, that was perfect.
I worked at a video store, so I'm almost gonna buy.
Exactly.
Blockbuster, right here.
How many times did we take home free posters, right, Big Rob? Like you get posters for promotions, you got to hang them up and stuff, and at the end of the day, someone's got to take it. Yeah, the stand-ups. all of
It
that
says
stuff. Those were all
$5.99,
cool.
but selling for 90 to 100 plus.
It's because
Oh, that's
people
a
want to
lot.
complete the set. It's the
Yeah.
homaging. It's the old horror
I
pre-horror
can't wait
code.
for them to homage the big box porn movies from the back of the day. But let's move on. So let's see here.
You know what I wish they did is they made that thing a little more scarier. That would have been dope.
So this is Usagi Yojimbo Crow number 3 to 1 in 40. So this book right here, before I move forward, is by Arita Mitsuhiro. I believe was it issue 1? That issue when new
Bananas.
Yeah, that's like a $600. I don't know, $600 book, I think, or something like that. It's over $300. I know that.
Good God.
Raw.
From 2 months ago.
Yeah, so I guess they're like legit ghost. I don't know how many copies they're printing, but no one ordered. It's 40 copies of these issues, not even issue 1. So that's why they're so expensive. And Usagi Yojimbo fans is small but mighty and very lunatics.
And sheath their swords even.
This one's interesting. It's a rhino, I believe. Yeah, it looks like a rhino. Samurai.
Rhinos.
Yeah, so it's cool. The artist is very particular, not for everybody the art, but I personally dig it. But it's probably a ghost, and it's probably very expensive in the secondary market. And you might, if you're lucky, we'll see five of these on eBay in the next 2 months. But let's go with Jeff. Jeff, what do you think?
I don't know if that's a rhino or a mule or a camel, because it kind of looks like either one of those.
They cut his horn right there. Looks like.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of looks like Master Splinter. It's so I probably my only my issue with it, I think the right arm feels a little off. It's not what I would say. I'm looking for the details in this. I dig the swords. Yes, it is the right size sword in his left arm, in his left hand.
Yeah.
It's not shortened. It's not off. There are 2 different blades that they usually have if you watch Shogun.
Shogun.
And it's actually not bad. It's a typical Usagi cover. So I just don't know if it's a 1 in 40, but because Usagi has a niche-y, clicky kind of fan base, and these books are very rare to come by because not a lot of stores are going to order more than like 3 or 5 of them. This is going to be, again, hard to find.
And I don't understand. Well, I get it. It's a cold publishing book, but Dark Horse never does incentives. Does incentives.
Yeah, this is going to be
because they have the license of Master Universe, and I'm a Master Universe guy, and they do no incentives for them. So that's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate for Usagi fans for sure.
Yeah, if you get this book, you hit the jackpot.
This is like what we were talking about, like the Sonic incentives. They're ghosts.
Yeah, this might be even more of a ghost. My final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, all the things that you guys said. I have nothing new to say about it. I'm with you on that. It's good art. It's not necessarily the best thing for an incentive, but people will go nuts for it. It will be a very difficult book to find. So if you're a Usagi fan, you might want to get it right away.
This is for the collector, more not the art.
Never see it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you like Blade of the Immortal or Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah, if you're a samurai fan.
Yeah, if you're a samurai fan and you've read a lot of those black and white type of stories.
Samurai.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is your jam. I mean, you're gonna hop at this, and again, it's gonna be a ghost. Because Big Rob's right. But like IDW and Dark Horse, they do RI incentives for like IDW, and those are ghost. And I think like this Dark Horse book, you probably find it with long story short, the fellas like later down the line, they'll probably
like a year from now, right? Like good luck finding this.
I could see them harking on this and being like, hey, this book was a hard
one
to find.
If you see this for ratio or less on the rack, I would buy it.
Yeah. It's crazy. 1 in 40. Like they don't do ratios normally, and they did a 1 in 40. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's high.
Mad Max
Yeah,
says
Dale
crack
is sleeping,
lyrics.
and I believe Mike is putting him to sleep.
It's all good. It's all good, man. He was just getting
All
too
right.
tired of these covers. That's it. He's like,
It's all good.
seen one, seen them all.
We're back with our buddy here, the murderous Santa Claus, the Deviant here, issue 6. I think we've done all the covers for this one. 1 in 10 by Chris Sihan. Steve.
Oh man, I wish I would have kept on this series. I stopped after the first arc, and I thought it was done, and then they came back with it. Something about some of these covers just scared, like they just invoke that horrifying touch. This one is just not one. Kind of reminds me of the Strangers Without the Mask, but not good. Like not there. It's not there enough to warrant me to be like, okay, I'll pay $10 for this cover. Yeah, doesn't grab me the way it should. It doesn't give that horror vibe to me. A little creepy though.
Jeff.
Yeah, it does the job. I mean, it's supposed to be a horror book, and it gives me the horror vibes. With the Santa Claus thing going on here, it's like Cabin in the Woods during the winter, except this is the Santa Claus is out behind one of the trees. You know, like it's giving you that eerie vibe. It's the eyes, honestly. It probably is the eyes. It's the shadowing. It does its job. You probably find this for ratio. I mean, like less than ratio, even maybe even cover price.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's impossible. But yeah, still chilling. It isn't like crazy, but it gives me the right vibe for the book. I just don't know if it's an incentive. But 1 in 10, that's close enough.
$3 bin, dude. $2 bin, and it's yours.
It looks like the guy from Breaking Bad. Mad Max, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, I like the aesthetic just because these are the kinds of covers that this feels sort of like a Dave McKean-ish kind of maybe even a little Sienkiewicz-y, sort of that weird kind of impressionistic kind of feel to it that some other like Simmons does now a lot. Mm-hmm. And that feel is great to me, but this particular one doesn't really grab me in any fundamental way. It's okay. I don't know that it necessarily needs to be an incentive. Although I'll say if I had a choice of this it might be the one I chose just because I like this style, but certainly it's nothing special, especially considering when you look back at some of the other great ratios that this book has had.
Oh yeah.
This one pales in comparison to that kind of stuff, where him peeping through the fronds of a Christmas tree, or his reflection in a Christmas decoration or something.
Yeah.
Those covers have been amazing.
Yeah.
This was just kind of meh in comparison to those. So I think this is kind of the redheaded stepchild of
the weakest cover, but it might be it is the weakest cover. It might be the most ghosted cover in the future because this issue 6, 10 issues.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's not bad though. There's nothing wrong with it. It's an okay cover. It's fine. Just don't know that it should be the incentive. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this would have been like a C cover or something like that.
Yeah,
somewhere along the line of like those variants.
That's what it feels like to me too. I agree.
C-. All right. Interesting. Green Lantern 12. We got a Green Lantern book. All right. Issue 12, 1 in 25 by Karen Grant. Interesting. I don't know. A lot of light going on. It's a Green Lantern. Mike?
Yeah, it doesn't. I was just going to say that there's too much white going on here. Maybe not enough green for a Green Lantern book. And I know that sometimes green can be overdone on these things. Even, and I know I'm going to get struck down again by the comic legend Lightning. Even the famous Neil Adams cover is way too fucking green. Let's face it. I'm the worst at nitpicking some of these classic covers. I'm like, why do you keep homaging Hulk 181? That cover actually sucks.
You're like, wrap it up.
It's really not a good cover. Yeah, it's an iconic cover because everyone wants the book, but the cover itself is actually not very good. But no, back to this one. I think there's just too much white. It's too bright. And so therefore not enough contrast contrast or like it. Again, the art isn't bad. It's a great splash page. I would love to open up the book and find this inside, but I don't know that this needs to be a 1 in 25 incentive. It's just okay.
Okay, from Mike. Jeff.
This is giving me like anime vibe, like Dragon Ball Z vibe. Like I felt it.
Someone's going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, someone's going Super Saiyan. You know, Kamehameha or whatever the.
Oh my God!
How
dare you even say that, Jeff?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right.
But yeah, it just gives me that feel, and so I don't know if I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, I might actually like this a little bit more. But I'm going with Mike. It's a little washout with the white. I wish it wasn't, so I could see more details. It's I don't even know if it's an incentive for me as well. Probably just a B cover for me. So yeah,
Bro,
it's not a bad cover though.
If they would have gone full on Super Saiyan cover, I would have been all over.
Everybody would have went all over it, right?
They would have done the Christmas tree aura, but in green. You know the Christmas tree aura. The have?
Yeah.
And the hair turns fucking green.
That would have been sick. I feel like they needed a little more like darker shadings around, like to exude the body, right?
Yeah.
Just bring that out, and then the outside have a little more green, a little more white.
I just feel like you can accentuate a blast without having to necessarily white out everything or yellow out everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have enough dark colors and you have enough brightness within that, I think that can represent a nice blast too as well. Like, it's just too whited out.
Anime or manga, and Mike checks out.
Yeah, Mike's like,
don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Steve, right? And Steve's your next thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jeff hit the nail on the head, man. As soon as I saw this, I was like, "What is he going Super Saiyan?" And that was just my reaction. I was like, "Okay, I could dig it. I just need a little more like shading, a little more work around the body, and then everything else spread out with the energy, you know." But it's not a bad. Like, I echo everybody's sentiments. It's not a bad cover at all. I think it looks cool. Is it 125 cool?
No.
I'd probably go cover on this.
Cover all day. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the last incentive, but Star Wars Darth Vader 47, 1 in 25. Yeah, Gorilla Grodd against Darth Vader. Mike? Lost for words.
Usha, I would agree.
This trash.
I knew he's gonna say it, dude.
They keep on doing this to us, man. Come on. Like, this is Star Wars, guys. Fucking step up.
Sorry, Ken.
What the hell, man? If someone called me tomorrow and said, dude, you're doing a Star Wars incentive, that is all I would make sure it was the most amazing piece of art I ever drew. Ever. What do they keep on giving us this shit for? Vader's drawn wrong? How do you draw Vader wrong?
It looks weird.
It looks very child bookish.
His helmet's wrong.
Why is his whole like outfit? It's like loose.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. It's like somebody cosplaying Vader with a Don Post costume.
I don't know if this is the right artist because I'm looking at the signature. It doesn't match the artist's name.
This doesn't even look like his work anyway.
We need to talk to Alonzo.
This is Alonzo Fail.
Can someone help us out and look it up?
Leo Killa. It says Leo. Is it Leo? Leo Killa.
Yeah.
And there's like a little triangle, like a T. So there's like two people on this book. I don't. So this. I'm pretty sure this is not Ken Lashley work. So Ken, we apologize.
Alonzo, you got some explaining to do.
There's no way that's Ken. Here, I'll look it up.
All right.
That's some explaining.
But Mike's looking that up because we gotta make sure we insult the right people. Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, at first, as soon as I saw this, I was like, "Ooh, this is not even like an A A, B, or C cover worthy cover. Honestly, like I'd just be like, I just pass that up real quick.
The artist is Raphael Lenko.
There you go.
There you go.
It's not Ken Lashley.
For the cover or for the book?
Oh wait, no. This is Ken Lashley.
Yeah. Still chilling and saying the same thing. He's saying in the chat that it is Ken Lashley.
It is Ken Lashley.
Yeah. And he doesn't go Leo Killer or Lead Killer. I thought it said Leo, but it's Lead Killer.
Ken.
Sorry, Ken. Trash.
Yeah, Lee has it as Ken Lashley too.
So yeah, unfortunately, he phoned it in for sure. Those are some thick thighs that Vader's got there. Goodness, yeah, I don't want to trash it any more than we have to. It's just not a cover that I would expect to be on any ratio, let alone just a regular cover as well. At best, it's an A/B cover, and at worst, this shouldn't even be a cover. So,
God, all the covers suck.
There's a famous episode.
It's all these Star Wars stuff. Yeah.
There's a terrible Afra cover is the B cover. There's a little kid Annie and Watto A cover. Man, this is rip the cover off to read it. It's terrible. You couldn't give me anything.
So it's like back in the days where you rip the cover off and you return it to the publisher.
He held no punches. He was just like 1, 2. Look at this Busha. Vader's got some ham hocks.
Yes. Hey, and it looks like he's cosplaying, and it's a cheap cosplay with like a black trash bag.
Oh,
yeah.
hefty.
Yeah, it's a hefty bag.
Yeah.
It's like you couldn't afford the Don Post costume, so you bought the Ruby's one instead. The one that was really just a plastic bag.
A Micronomics baddie.
I want to go with another deep cut.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the plastic mask with the elastic band around.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's the one I can afford, sir, and that's the one I had.
And me too. Right.
And it was like a trash bag costume, but it was actually like a costume like drawn on it.
Yeah, it was
exactly, dude.
There. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, Mom, everybody's going as Star Wars characters, and I don't even look like Darth Vader. What the hey?
Yeah, here's a trash bag. Put it on.
Because I can remember.
Here's a motorcycle helmet.
I remember having the Wicket version of that.
Dude, that's exactly what it is, Big Rock.
Yeah, so I had to buy. I now have the Don Post Wicket mask because I had to like undo that trauma from my childhood.
I just recently saw me inside a He-Man one, and I forgot what was the other one, but I actually had multiples of these.
I just want to say, Google Mugato. It's a big, giant, white monkey. It came out on Star Trek. It looks just like it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Old school 30 half mask.
Thrifty half mask, yeah.
Steve? I'm trying to remember the company that made those.
The Super 7's making them now.
Yeah, Super 7 makes them now. Also, NECA. Woolworths. Go to Woolworths and buy.
Yeah, this is not it. Pass.
At least you could get lunch. Woolworths had that freaking lunch table.
Sorry, this is the last incentive. We'll make this one quick. I got Scotty Young, black and white. So I guess we're going in this direction. I like Scotty Young, but these sketch covers are not for me. I personally don't like none of them. And I'm pretty sure Mike has the same sentiment. So let's start with some hate. Mike.
Even for Scotty, these suck.
Yeah.
These are really, especially that Hulk. I mean, come on, man. These are below. Well, and look, I'm going to backtrack for just a second. I get why people like this stuff. It's cute. There's a line around the freaking building to meet him for a reason. It's not for me, but I get it. But even for him, if I'm just putting him up against himself, these are half-assed for him. These should be passes for everybody. These are not good. I mean, some of his good ones I even like. Like I love the one with Wolverine's soul coming out of him. That's one of my favorites from this sort of line. There's a couple of cool Venom ones. There's obviously the What If Venom that everyone goes crazy for. There's some good stuff in there, but man, these are budget.
Yeah, Spider-Boy, there's like no shattering. It's literally the line.
Yeah, they're
Steve.
bad.
Okay, so yeah, I agree with Mike. If you are a Scotty Young fan and you were gonna get these, you probably would go to him to get a remark and in a different color. Maybe like a face shot. So it kind of takes away from what like how basic it is. I mean, and that's, I'm not trying to talk crap about Scotty. I mean, I dig some of his covers as well, but to me, just having this, I would look further and be like, okay, well, let me get this, and then I'll take it to him and get it remarked, and that might spruce it up a bit. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it just looks basic. It's not. He could do so much better. I mean, we've seen these so many better covers. So talk that shit, Steve. Oh, man, I'm holding my tongue right now. But yeah, I would get it remarked.
That's right.
But I agree with Trish too. I mean, the uncolored Spider Boy is plain as fuck. I have markers like exactly. You're like, Trish, help us out.
I know.
Yeah.
Probably look better.
It would look way better.
Yeah. If you're gonna get these, get the colored versions.
Yeah, of course.
His artwork does not work well without the color. Honestly, it just doesn't fit for him. And I don't think he did these to actually have it sold on a cover. I don't think these sketches would have. These are just the pre-colored, filled in. It's details. It's just not. Yeah, these are no bueno. These are not working for them. Yeah, I know there's. Mike said there's plenty of Scotty Young fans, so of course there are going to be people wanting these, but don't fall in that trap of like just being a Scotty Young fan and I got to have every single one of his covers.
Yeah,
What we say is if you like it, sure, go for it. But don't do it just because, oh, well, I'm a Scotty Young fan. I'm not a Scotty Young fan if I don't get these. The hell with that. There's too many damn Scotty Young books. You're fine. You miss a few.
Yeah. For the amount that you're going to spend on, like, if you were like going trade and then these, you might as well just put that money aside and like
He didn't
buy
put that
a banger of a cover.
Yeah, he didn't. But save your money on these if you don't like these as much. And the money that you would have saved on these, go get the original or the first version of the Scotty Youngs, that he did, the ones that he's more famous for, the ones that are more expensive.
Yeah, be practical with that money.
Yeah, he's gonna play 1/100, so good luck.
Oh, even if it's 1 in 50,
All right, we're done with incentive. Let's move on. Let's keep this train going to store exclusives. I think we only got a few covers, so we're almost arriving at the station. Let's move on. All right, we got Kid Venom issue 1 is the store exclusive from BTC, and I forgot Rabbit Comics. But John Yan is limited to 3,000, 1,000, costs $40. Jeff.
No.
Steve.
No. I like John Jang's work. Like a lot of his earlier work, man, looks stunning. It's I have like a lock and key cover that's dope, but this is I mean for $40 at that.
It's a crappy Spider-Man like wannabe homage, Beast homage. It's
It's Spider-Man all the way.
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, no, you're good.
You're fine, Jeff.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just at 3,000 and 1,000 and at $40. I mean, I feel like this will sit on the site for a minute.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get this at discount eventually. Just be patient. If you happen to be the one or two people who like this one,
Black Friday.
Wait till November.
And I mean, he does have some banger covers. This one's not it, unfortunately. So
also looks like a fucked up Akuma.
Yes.
Wait, what were you earlier?
Looks like a fucked up Akuma.
It's a vampirized Akuma.
He's on fucking PCP or some shit. Jeff, I know I just.
I didn't know they were coming out with this character, so this kind of throws me off. So
Of course they are. They're gonna do Kid Everything now.
it's just
Kid
it's
Jeff.
ridiculous sometimes. It's like the movies today, where there's no new ideas. It's everything is reproduced from 30, 40 years ago. You know, they're just rehashing the same ass concepts, and it gets sickening sometimes in the comic industry. So
Do I even need to ask you, Mike?
No, I already said my piece about the two people who might like this one should wait. It's awful. It's awful. Oh, okay.
Oh,
there we go.
you know what I didn't notice?
Harry.
Can you go back really quick? Just real quick. There's Asian writing in the background. I didn't even
I
notice
don't
that.
understand the Chinese New Year.
What the hell?
Motif in the back. I want to bring it up. Like, maybe it has something to do with the story. I don't
Maybe
know.
it just has to do with his heritage. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe he's at the casino in Vegas and just breaking through the damn window. I don't know.
I just saw that as you were turning. I was like, what the freak?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Dang. All right. Pharaoh number 5. Furry Comics. And this is limited to, I'm pretty sure Trish could tell us. Costs $10 from Ivan Tao.
I would bet like 300, if not less.
Wow, $10. This is great.
No,
This
maybe
is
it's more.
great.
And is it Grumpy Cat that's covered in blood?
It looks like it.
It's totally
It's
Grumpy Cat.
Carrie. It's from Carrie.
Yes.
I know that.
But it looks like
Seventy-eight
Grumpy Cat as
It looks like
Carrie.
Grumpy Cat though.
What up? It's cracking.
What up, 78?
All right, we'll start with you, Mike.
Maybe it says
I really
300.
like this one. And it's interesting to see Tao, because I mean his
500,
human
there you
faces look like cats anyway, so it's kind of cool to see him do a cat. And he does it well. It's cool. I like what he did with the trade dress as well. Work correctly.
Big boy with cracking.
I do like the attitude. I like the colors. I think this is a striking cover. This is really cool. And for $10, that's pretty great. I mean, when's the last time you've seen a store exclusive for $10? I haven't seen one in a long time.
Not in the last 5 years.
No. I mean, even the sale prices are usually like 15. So, shit, I'm in on it. I won't buy it because I honestly, and I'm not just being a homer, and it's not just because we're friends. I have liked Trish's covers better than everybody else's. I literally would rather have the A cover on every single fucking one of these so far.
Same.
Not that I haven't liked some of these, but I always like her cover better every single freaking time. So I probably won't get this. I'll probably get Trish's again. But I do like this a lot, and I really like it for $10. I think it's a great price. And shit, how can you go wrong at that price?
It's almost like he's so pissed to pour a bowl of tomatoes on top of his head.
Where's my lasagna?
Face right there.
It's
my
the
lasagna?
Garfield. It's the real life Garfield got pissed off.
Yeah. Where's my lasagna?
Yeah,
Odie stole my lasagna.
Put that air conditioner on, please.
All right, Steve, thoughts on this?
I dig it as a horror fan. I think it's cool. I dig the facial feature. I see what it's harking to, and at $10, that's a steal, especially for store exclusive. You know, I mean, you see store exclusives range from like $40, $50, $60. Big $10. That's a steal. So it's not breaking the bank.
And you took away the blood, it'd also be an homage for like Fire. Remember Firestarter that Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore?
Yeah,
Actually, that's what I thought it was. But when he said Carrie, it makes sense too.
No, I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
Carrie.
I think it's supposed to be Carrie.
Yeah, it was carried too. But all right, Jeff, final.
Yeah, I dig it. I like what they did with the trade dress where it's kind of bleeding as well, melting. And the fire looks dope. I actually dig it. It looks like it's from Backdraft. With the fire crawling up the wood. That's really cool. Honestly, I don't think you can beat $10 at all. Like, if you're collecting all of these homage covers, this would probably be like the quickest buy now, because I wouldn't have to think hard. It's basically double the freaking cover price for a store exclusive, and an homage to a movie that I like. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually thinking about seeing if I'm going to get this one.
I love Doreen correcting her misspelling of Stephen.
Right? Yeah, I was like, Stephen. I was like, Stephen King, huh?
That warms my heart. Doreen.
Yeah, right. She's like, oh, pardon me. And she
Stephen.
I love it.
Steven?
Yeah, and
I love it. That's like someone
Steve.
saying, me, my friends, and I.
Yeah, that's a true horror fan at that. Doreen is creme de la creme when it comes to horror.
All right. We got X-Men #1. There's quite a bit of covers for this. Nathan Zerdy, Unknown Comics, and 616. LE, I'm assuming 3,000, 1,000. Cost $45.
What the?
$45.
What?
All right, Mike. Just let you just put this to sleep.
Immediate, I'm like looking at Mike, and he's like,
God almighty. First of all, $45. Go fuck yourselves. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no way. No, like, that's just crack prices. That's ridiculous. Let's start there. Secondarily, it's just not good from Zerdy. I'm not a huge Zerdy fan anymore anyway. I liked him a little bit at first. His tattoo cover thing was an interesting trope, I guess.
Some of them were okay.
But this is just like, I don't know what's happening to his style. It's gotten lazy and way too J. Scott Campbell, but not in a good way. The proportions are way off on Psylocke. They're a little off on Magic, but they're way on, and they just don't look right. It looks amateurish to me. This is bad even for Zerdy, who has not been hitting out of the parks for a long time.
yeah, even Ride Everyday Photo said, damn, I pre-ordered because it was Zerdy, and this is still crap.
Yeah, and it's too bad because he's got the ability to provide better covers. He does. We've seen him. And while he's not my favorite, and I put him on the B list in general, this is D list. This is D work or F work, even for him.
Steve?
Yeah, I looked at this and I was just like, what is this? What's going on? I mean, you have a job. Everybody has a job, right? You're getting paid to do that job, and you're going to be held accountable by your boss. You're going to want to do the best work, and sure, people get tired, and the job is the job, right? It wears on you. But us as consumers are buying a product, and if you're buying a product, you are trying to get the best for your money's worth, and you feel cheated if you're not getting the best. I mean, they're not always going to be home runs, and we know that. I mean, nobody could be a perfectionist, but you want to make sure your money's going to something that you believe in, and looking at this is just not it. Yeah. Mm-mm.
And Jack?
Yeah, he lacks in detail for sure. It's cookie cutter. It's the same face, different body, like someone said earlier. Definitely Psylocke is way off. These basically look like Bratz dolls that grew up to go to college.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Well
That's
said.
it.
Jeff, you nailed it.
It's kind of ugh. And what makes me upset is he does a worse job on Marvel characters than he does on DC characters. And we even complain about some of the DC characters he's drawn. So like, this is upsetting that he like doesn't put the effort into the Marvel characters as much as he did with the DC ones. And I think it's just because this is getting old for him too. I think he's doing the same thing over and over, and he's repetitive, and he's just losing it. And I think he needs to go back to the drawing board, sort of say.
Literally.
Literally.
Chad is agreeing with you.
And this is ridiculous. This price, there's nothing about this to even say store exclusive to me. Like, I could care less about this cover. Like, this is not enticing.
Which might be a good thing, but
right. But it's just like, why would you even charge that much? It's crazy.
So I'll do you one better. If you love Unknown, wait till this goes on sale. Use the coupon codes, and then reap from those benefits. But paying $45, dude, is just It's crazy.
Wait till Thanksgiving weekend, okay?
Yeah. Do yourself the solid. These will be on the site.
Are you,
Sort of looks like came out of Tron. Oh, dude, 100%.
No, if you look at the sword in her left hand, the hilt. Look how like the detail he just lacks in it. It just makes me sick.
Yeah, buy 3 get 3 free right there.
Are you a Bratz girl or a Barbie girl, Steve?
He's a Barbie girl in a
I'm
Barbie world.
Yeah, exactly. Mike
No,
knows.
You gotta say you're a
He's
Barbie.
fantastic.
No, you're a barbecue, remember? For me?
Oh yeah, dude. That in your story, dude. I was dying. Barbecue.
Go look at my stories to get that insight, though.
Yeah, I'm barbecue. Well, exactly.
I'm a barbecue.
Yeah.
If you want a badass solid cover, go buy the Open Order J. Scott Campbell solid cover. All right. And that's it.
Whoa!
Goodness.
Yikes!
Mad Max, what do we gotta say?
I've been a slacker on Cover Fire. I'm really sorry, everybody who's a regular reader. Life has gotten insane for me these last few weeks, and I'm really, really sorry. But I can't wait to get back to it. I may throw up a brief article for tomorrow. As soon as we're done here tonight, I'm gonna go and see if I can cobble together something quick, like a 5-cover article, just so I can get back in the game. But I promise you that I miss it as much as you do, and I will be back to do Cover Fire on CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com every Tuesday, late morning, early afternoon when I'm not a slacker. And it's funny because I didn't take a single week off for 3 years.
Yeah, you've always been on it, man.
And then
but you know
now
what?
a couple.
We're ready.
So,
we're ready for the coming of. We're ready for the Phoenix to come out of that flame.
The Return of the King.
Exactly. He's going to be coming out the back. Just be like, drop the mic, like.
And I do love writing it, and I not only do I love writing it, but I really love responding to comments and stuff. So please, when I do post them, I'd love for you to tell me what you think. Don't worry about telling me I got something wrong. I'm not going to get all butthurt about it. I love having that chat. I'm going to miss stuff. I'm just one person who likes some things and not other things that you might like. So, tell me what I missed. Tell me what you like, what I put in there that you didn't like. And maybe if I got some info wrong, you can be a little kind about it. Try not to bash me. Remember, I do this for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the love, guys. Well,
So,
quick question for the panel, though, guys. Is anybody buying these 1 in 100 Campbells? I think for Witchblade, right?
Nope.
Buy the Open Orders, same shit.
Big old no.
No, if you've been in this game long enough, most of those things are not worth getting.
Yeah,
it's not.
If you want to buy a Campbell worth getting, get the Witchblade #1.
Oh yeah.
And we'll ask your shop because they're all sold out online and they're asking for like $300 on eBay.
No wonder I stay with toys.
I asked my shop, I'm paying $65. So ask your shop.
Oh,
woo! Nice.
Big Rob with the relationships.
Yeah,
you gotta make friends. Big Rob.
Make friends. All right, that's it. I'm gonna stop sharing. Can you wrap us up, Steve?
You got it, brother. You got it. We're gonna hit the banners before we head out on this wonderful Monday, guys. So don't forget to use Nirvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price at only 99 cents, guys. Again, great platform. Track your books, check the prices, bank on the next best thing. And at 99 cents, that's a steal for 30 days. You got it. And then, I'm gonna do a big Rob. Then we're gonna hit you with a TNH 10, save you 10% off of our friends over at Bird City. And Laura are great ambassadors to the community, and they're awesome. So go ahead and check the site out. Hit a TNH 10, save you 10% off your order. We're gonna use code Team Nerd Herd to save you 10% off of your first purchase at our friends over at Display Geek. So if you're a toy collector like us, you want to protect those valuables that you have. There's pop protectors, there's action figure protectors, there's display cases, you name it. My man Sean's got it. And let me go. You want me to highlight some of these? I'm gonna be Big Rob. Cover Fire calls for aid, and Mike shall answer. You already know. Good show, fellas. Great show. It's not a great show until we hear Mike take us
Yeah.
out, Team Nerd Herd
Well,
style.
Mike has to give the
Quit.
disclaimer first, sir.
That's what I was going to say. The patented disclaimer is it's not a show without Mike finishing us up.
No artists were actually harmed in
There you go.
podcast.
That is the
just
truth.
Just for that one dude, right?
We really tried like hell, but I'm sure they weren't actually harmed.
Yeah, hell, some of these artists today got some redemption.
That's true. Fornes, Peace Stain.
Yes.
You killed it, bro. Well done.
Not the Star Wars guy. What was the Star Wars guy's name? I forget.
Ooh, Lashley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He did.
Lashley's on my shit
sorry,
list,
Lashley.
too. Yeah, man. Stop phoning it in.
That was
All right.
Do better next time.
If you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for life.
Alive, like Eric Bishop would say. Peace out, guys. Have a great evening.
See you.